Hey everyone, welcome to Wicked Tarantulas. You're here with Felicia today. So you got a beautiful view of my Mexican red rump. So, the enclosure she was in is extremely way too small for her. So what I'm doing is I'm taking her from that tiny enclosure and I'm going to give her a lavish new home. But, I have one problem. The tank that I'm going to put her in, the lid is not secure enough for her. And I have watched her climb. So therefore I have to make sure she is in a secured tank. So what do I have to do? I have a lot of tanks. I have species don't utilize their entire tank. So what am I going to do? So I'm going to take Christine here. And Christine's going to go in a beautiful 5-gallon tank. But I'm putting Scorpio, my Asian forest scorpion, into a 2.5-gallon tank because she does not utilize her entire enclosure. She's still going to have more than enough room, but we're going to make sure that everybody is comfortable where they are. So we got Scorpio and we have Christine. So I'm in the process of switching and arranging everything to my expectations and my likes, and then I'm going to let them do what they do best, and that is rearrange what I have done. Now this beautiful girl gave me a horrible scare this morning. I was told that this spider is calm. This spider is handleable. Although I have never handled any of my species but my aviculera. That's it. And I don't plan on doing that again. I'm not saying don't hold your tarantulas. I'm saying do hold your tarantulas. It's up to you. But in my opinion, these are observational creatures. And their boltiness kind of scares me. And if they go on my back, yes, then, I can't get them off. And this girl bit my straw that I used to coast her in here. She is a little more aggressive than what I was told. She is a hair kicker, which that's expected to be, but I was told she is not a hair kicker. And in fact, she is. So I'll show you what I get done. See you there. So, what I did so far is this is my juvenile Asian forest scorpion. This is a tank Christine was originally in. And upon watching her walk around, she was not able to freely move, which I felt really bad because she had no space to move. Although this is a pretty sweet enclosure. So, all I did is I put my suspect male juvenile Asian forest scorpion in this one. I do keep logs on my specimens when they're transferred. I usually don't write them on the enclosure because that blocks my view. A little update on this feller. So, my boy is doing good. My matured male. My aviculera. So, I thought he was withering away and dying. He kept falling. So, what did I do other than all my sticks? My sticks. I added, like I said, remember I added the mesh. I added many more plants. By me adding all these leaves, I guess to him it's like intimidating his surroundings, so he made a web down here, lay down here. But he finally decided to go back into his first home. I have got him to eat 3 times in 1 week. Yes, finally got him to eat. So, that makes me very happy. He's a little more active. I have not witnessed him fall once anymore. So I think the way I set this up, and by finally getting him to eat 3 times in 1 week, which I don't suggest, but he was lacking nutrition, he was lethargic, he wasn't himself. So yes, I did feed him 3 times. I fed him 3 small crickets, but I had to place them underneath his fangs. With a small pair of feeder tweezers, I put them underneath his fangs. I let the cricket tickle his fangs. When he opened and extended out his fangs, I put them behind his fangs and he pierced through it. And that's what I had to do the first 2 times. The 3rd time, he had no problem taking it down by himself. So he is doing much better. So I don't have to worry about Littlefoot. Littlefoot's progressing and doing so good. My buddy. So hopefully he stays around with me for a while because, like I said, I'm not ready to lose any more species. I have not lost any species. So let me clarify that first off. I have not lost a species, so I know my first one that I lose, I know it's going to be pretty tragic for me, and I'm going to hold this in my heart like I would any of my animals. So I'm going to try to get you guys an image of my Carabina versicolor. She or he is doing great. taking down feeders like a crazy maniac. I still haven't named this one, but I'm not sure what I want to name this one. And just to let everybody know, I cannot mention the breeder yet because I have to make sure that I'm allowed. But tomorrow I am meeting up with the breeder that's an hour and 23 minutes away from me. And I am purchasing 2 old world species. I am stoked. I know one of the species that I'm going to get, a lot of people told me I shouldn't get it for a beginner. But I'm confident, and they're only 3/4 of an inch big, the 2 of them. And they are amazing. I cannot wait. I'm excited. My husband did a lot of searching while I was at work. So I like to use EcoEarth for a lot of many reasons. And any of my species that burrow, this has always been good for them. Never had any of these collapse on them. Always holds the humidity really well. I mean, it does say that it is for invertebrates too, right there. So even though it doesn't show any pictures or anything like that, this is what I like to use. It's a mixture of everything. There are other types I like to use, but currently this is more accessible for me, so this is what I went with today. So yeah, so usually I like to use anything with cocoa fiber, you know, anything that holds humidity, that's good. So this is what I'm using today. All right, so this is Christine's new tank. So I cleaned it up. Sorry about that god-awful dreaded glare. And this is kind of what it is. I kind of made her a little bit of hide and already slightly dug it out, so if she chooses to dig it out, she can do so. And then we got her just one greenery, well, coloration, and the rest is just greenery. Made her an ivory, so if she chooses to climb, she can hang on to these like little chain things and I don't have to worry about her falling. And then I set up Scorpio's tank. Rico was in this, my other Asian forest scorpion, but I set this up for Scorpio because Scorpio is still a little bit larger than my other one and does use the tank just a little bit, just doesn't use this big tank fully. But this will be perfect. This will be perfect for Christine. And then Rico's already been rehoused. So it's time to get this beautiful girl in. She went to sleep. I was taking too long. And you got Scorpio over here trying to figure out what's the best way to get out. As usual. There goes beautiful Christine. The camera's not picking up the beautiful colors on her booty. So what I'm going to try to do, because she did try to bite me, I'm going to attempt to coast her out. Although I might end up leaving this container and let her come out on her own free will. But I want her to come out. I want to see her walk around it and show you guys. So I guess what I'll do is I'll get ready to try to get her out. Alright, so this glare is going to be my nightmare. So what I'm going to attempt to do, I guess, is from this angle, which isn't working because I have the lid slightly on because she can go up. See what she's gonna do. She is such a beautiful, beautiful tarantula. Such a gorgeous girl, but I wish she wouldn't have bit my straw earlier. Yeah, that's what happened. So I'm going to attempt to get her the rest of the way out. She might do it on her own. If she starts walking up the glass, then I got to shut it. But then I'll be able to show you guys her underside and how beautiful. I love the way she walks. So sweet. So I did provide her with a lot more substrate, so if she chooses to burrow, she can do so. I always do one side of the exhibit a little bit lower in substrate just because of the water, just to watch the molding. But the side that they can burrow on, I do make sure that I give them more than enough substrate because that would be the right thing to do. So you see, she just walked out all on her own. She does have a little bit of a balding on her hiney, but it has nothing to do with pre-molt. Actually has to deal with this girl being a hair flicker when the guy said she wasn't, when in fact she is. So I think she'll appreciate this exhibit a little bit more because I know I will. I'll finally be able to get to see her walk around and I have to try to look through a teeny tiny exhibit. So now that we got Christine and her new exhibit, and you can see her bald spot, we're going to get in my Asian forest scorpion. Look, she's already slinging her web. And she has a very thick web. So I can't wait to see what she does with, like, she's so heavy this dirt is shifting. Big girl. Beautiful girl. Now you can kind of see the red on her hiney. So she really hasn't moved. I think she's just absorbing and taking in the new home. Like I said, I cannot wait to see this girl utilize this tank. Here goes the easy rehouse. But I always feel so bad with the way I do it. Because you just basically slide them out. So let me get him ready and get the lid open and we'll get it going. Look at that beautiful specimen. Gorgeous. I'm on his plant so that way it's a little bit, oh. Well, at least it was a soft tumble, you know. You've tumbled right down your leaves. There you go. So it's still your same decor minus you don't have any rocks. So there you go, buddy. Enjoy. Just want to tell you guys thank you very, very much for giving me time and watching my videos, commenting, liking, disliking, whatever you choose. You know, I appreciate every single person that gives me a moment. I want you all to make every day the best day that it can possibly be because tomorrow's never guaranteed. Make memories with your family while you can. If you have little kids, love them deeply, compassionately, and spend every moment you can because when they become teenagers, they don't usually want anything to do with you and they're very independent. I'll see you guys on the next one. Can't wait to show you my next 2 additions. Bye.